Well, it's that time again. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the interview with Craig-Veltri.
Thank you, Megan Pennington, and welcome to the interview. Our guest is a pop singer songwriter originally from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Her output over the last decade or so has been music perfect for nightclubs and dance parties. Her music has also been featured on several TV shows, including Love is Blind and Jersey Shore. Her latest EP, 2025's One Night, is a Latin infused bit of bouncy, and we will play the title track at the end of this episode. Recording in Pittsburgh and calling in from Pittsburgh, here she is, Katie Roman. Katie, welcome to the interview.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So I don't know much about you, and there isn't much as far as the bio. So pardon me if this line of questioning comes off a little bit basic. So, but tell me about your upbringing. Was music prevalent in the home?
Absolutely. My whole family are musicians. We play instruments, sing. It's just always been in my house since I was a kid. So I definitely picked it up when I was like 3 or 4 and been singing
There's a
since.
song that comes to mind. Daddy sang bass, Mama sang tenor. What did mommy and daddy play?
My dad, he plays like tangerines and like I'm Puerto Rican, so like there's some like instrument that you go like this with, like um like you scratch it. It kind of looks like a hair pick and you scratch it on like this long thing. I forgot what it's called, but
Yeah.
stuff like that. My mom was a singer where I get my vocals from. And then
Have
yeah,
you
my dad's
collaborated
singing.
with her recently?
My mom, no. She's so funny. She's so funny. She will not sing now that she's older at
Oh,
all.
really? Oh, no. Is it just what's that about? Is she just not up for singing? Is it simple as that?
Um, she always says, "Oh, when I was your age, I had the most beautiful singing voice, and then I stopped doing it. So I get a little scared to sing." And I'm like, "Mom, I remember my mom singing since I was a kid, like even when I was a baby, just singing to me. So like it's like weird. I'm like, it's okay. So sometimes I'll catch her in the kitchen singing, and she mostly sings in Spanish. So it's like, either like some merengue salsa or like, some, you know, Pentecostal Christian song or something. So it's pretty
That
fun.
so most of the music that you have done lately, you have a very long career up to this point, and it only seems like lately, and maybe I missed something, but the last album is, if not entirely in Spanish, mostly
Yeah.
in Spanish. Is this new discovery of Spanish and Latin music? Is this just your is this nostalgia coming back? What was speaking to you as you were coming up with the One Night EP?
Well, actually, the One Night EP, and I have another one, Luna Nueva. They're
Oh,
actually
yes.
for sync, and you know, a lot of the shows are really like vibing with Spanglish
Mhm.
on the shows now, shows that you wouldn't think would have Latin music on it. So I had a couple of sync agents reach out to me and they were like, Katie, I really want to do a Spanglish album with you. And I was like, yeah, sure, that'll be fun. And basically, they sent me a whole bunch of producers and we just worked on it and got it together and released two different albums for two different sync agents.
When you say these
So,
producers were reaching out to you, were they just giving you samples and you were just coming up with lyrics, or was it other way around?
well, they asked me like what kind. Like usually when producers hit me up, especially for sync, it is basically they want a reference. So it's like, what do you want me to base it on? Or is there a Latin artist that you want me to base it on? Or, you know, because a lot of the producers, some are known for that. I believe Ed Verano, that was from a Latin producer. like he did the whole thing with me. And then for Luna Nueva, I had a couple different producers. One from Cali, his name is Greg. And then I had another one, I believe his name is, oh my gosh, this is so bad. I hope you don't see this. Let me stop. Um,
he, he left he
he's a
left he
really
left, he
cool
left
dude.
the file in the email box and the money on the dresser. To heck with him.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy. My gosh, I don't know why I went blank on his name. I'm
Well,
so sorry if you hear this.
it's okay. Well,
I don't want to mess up his name, you know.
no, I'll
Like
give
I
you a
think it's
minute
like
to,
John or something. I don't know.
I'll give you a minute to let it come back to you and also to
Yeah,
discuss what sync licensing is on the Craig
absolutely.
Belcher interview with Katie Roman on the Scarfire Media Podcast Network. For more on Scarfire Media, visit our website, scarfiremedia.com. Check out all the great podcasts on the Scarfire Media Podcast Network, the Cool Brother Podcast. Fire Pit will be in production this coming week with an episode hopefully to air by sometime at the end of the month. I told you that Fire Pit was coming back, the mothership, in June on the Scarfire Media Podcast Network. And thank you for listening to the Craig Veltri interview. Like, share, and subscribe. To the listener that might not know what sync licensing is, this is the procedure to which how people's music gets used as backing music on television shows and in movies. Is that a good definition for that? How would you define what you do? That's the crux of most of what you do.
Yeah, basically, it's all the music that you hear in shows and movies. It's basically, um, sometimes TV shows like Netflix, and Hulu and stuff, they have shows, so they'll kind of give us a little, like it's called a brief, and they'll say, well, this is the scene, we want something that feels romantic
Some
or
writers would call
soft
that a
or funny.
prompt, correct?
Yeah. So it's basically that, and they either ask specifically if they like your style, or if you have tracks that they kind of stumbled upon, or word of mouth, or you just submit it, which is may the best song win, basically. You know what I mean? It's like the
And the
Hunger
odds be
Games.
ever in your favor.
Yeah, it's the Hunger Games on there, and it's like, man, I really want to get this. I mean, who doesn't want to be on Netflix or Hulu or Disney, Prime, Amazon Prime, like, especially like movies and stuff. Like, it's it's an amazing feeling when you're just watching TV and your song just starts playing and you had no idea that it got chosen for that.
What
Which
would you
is like
say is
most of the time it happens like that.
and what would you say is your biggest? I've already mentioned two credits that you've already have. What would you say is the one that you feel like you threaded the needle so perfectly as far as the brief was concerned, and it actually wound up on any of those clients' airwaves?
Um, Basically, my favorite my favorite track isn't aired yet, so I can't really speak on it.
Oh,
But
okay.
um,
Can you at
one
least
of
talk
the
about the song? Maybe not the show.
yeah, I have like a couple of um love. I don't know how to explain it, but like it's like a
How does
love
one explain
ballad
love?
kind of. I mean, because I don't want to put a specific thing on there, because that's the thing with sync licensing. You can't really emphasize on, like, I have to change words, right? So like I can't just be like, oh, it's going to be a sexy song for a sexy scene, because I don't know if it's going to be for that. Sometimes it could be just a party and you're playing in the background, you
I
know?
see.
So, um,
So that is to say, we have some slow jams in the chamber with you, Katie
yeah.
Roman. That's correct.
Yeah,
Uh,
I love when I can do like ballads and R&B and stuff like that, to more showcase my vocals over, like poppy things, which are really fun too. Sync, they love it. They love pop and instrumentation for TV, obviously. So I don't mind doing that stuff. It's always fun. That happened with my song All I Really Want. And I was literally watching Love Island season 8 and it just came on. I had no idea that they chose it for that. I mean, when I wrote it, I didn't even write it specifically for that. So that's what I'm talking about. They could have just heard your music through whatever company you're working and they're like, "Oh, I think this would be perfect for a scene." And it ended up being for when they go on vacation on Love Island. I mean, Love is Blind, excuse me. On Love is Blind, they went on vacation as a couple and they played it during that. And I was like, how perfect did my song go for that scene? Because I'm saying, if you want to marry me, you have to do this, this, and this. So that's basically what she was talking about during that scene. And I was like, wow, it was just perfect. So I think that was like one of my goals to get on Love Island, Love is Blind, and I definitely want to get on. I want to get on all the shows basically, but
Okay.
I'm still waiting for like to get on like a big movie, like I mean like a cinema movie, like end credits. That's my goal right now.
Ah, the end theme to a Marvel movie, perhaps. So,
Yeah.
uh, I
Yes.
I
I'm
wish you
such a.
luck. I mean, your music. I'll say this: the thing that really I feel has been coming back in the last decade or so with pop music. There was a period of like Lana Del Rey and Lord that was very low key kind of pop music. It feels
Yeah.
like that music is big again, and
Yeah.
I think a lot of your songs, especially the previous record, really brings the energy and really can fill a room of pretty much any size and structure.
Mhm.
And it seems like it has been a constant for you all throughout, even songs like I'm Not Okay,
Mhm.
tend to have a really great beat. um is it are you do you have a dance background yourself? Is it just deep within the soul? What drives you to write pop music?
I do. I was always in arts academy as a child.
Mhm.
I sing, I dance, I write, I draw. I play guitar, but it's been a couple years, so I'm rusty. So I'm trying to get back into doing that because after I became a mother, my hands, I haven't played the guitar in so long, but I'm like, I need to get my guitar back out, especially seeing you guys using your guitars. I'm like, yes, I miss it. I need to do it. I always had a passion for
The
singing.
audience
Like I
may
just
not know
like it.
you were in attendance at the Moonshine Vagabond
Yeah,
Moonshine Jasmine Craig-Veltri show at Jurgles. Thank you for showing up
it
for
was
that.
so amazing,
Up.
amazing.
Why, thank you. We were so glad you were there, and I will give credit. I definitely recommend picking up the guitar as opposed
Mhm.
to a child, because the guitar is much more sanitary. But I
Oh,
but
yeah.
uh, but the so you are a multi-instrumentalist. Let's run it down. I assume piano or some type of keyboards as well. Let's
I do
count
play
let's
them.
count mixing as an instrument if you do your own production. What else? Guitar as well.
Yeah, I don't really mix. I mean, I clean my vocals and put it where I want it and stuff like that, and I send it out. But I rather have, can you see it? Okay. I rather have someone mix it because I just do so much sync music that I don't have time to always mix. But yeah, I do love to do that when I
So much. How
yeah.
much? How long? I mean, are we talking like a 40-hour week kind of job? Is that what it requires?
Yeah, absolutely. Sync is like full time. For sure. Like I also have my artistry, my own stuff, my own sound that I like to do. I'm an R&B artist, as my own artistry, but for sync I do all genres. So there's always going to be a need for songs for new shows, movies, stuff like that. You always want to have things prepared as well, right? So even if I don't have a brief in my face, I'm watching shows and I'm like, okay, now I see what they're kind of looking for. I'm going to make a whole playlist of this type of music. So I like to be ahead of the game and have all my stuff in the basket. When somebody asks me, I just send them a playlist and they pick and choose. And sometimes you're lucky and they take all your music, you know? So,
And if it's considering these are multi-billion-dollar multimedia companies, I won't ask
mhm.
for how much you're doing. I can understand why it's something that you would keep the shop open with. We're here with Katie Roman here on Music from the 412. The Craig-Veltri interview airs Mondays at 8 a.m., Tuesdays at 11, and Thursdays at 5, and also available on demand on musicfromthe412.com. You began your life in Allentown. How did you wind up in Pittsburgh?
Actually through Gallo Loch Ness. He was telling me,
Who
I
is
mean,
this?
first of all, Gallo Loch Ness, he's a producer and a big name in sync. You met him at the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Um,
that
he
great
likes to
guy.
stay low key, so he doesn't like to talk about himself. Um,
He, he
but
he carries a very humble energy to him.
yeah, he's very humble, very sweet. He's one of the biggest names in sync right now. Everybody wants to work with him. Um, I actually met him in 2011 and hired him as my producer. So I actually did a lot of music with him, and he was like, have you ever thought of doing sync? I mean, your voice would be great for that. And I was like, what is sync? And he's like, you watch a lot of TV, you should know what sync is. And it's like, okay, people think that, but it's not true. Just because I watch TV, like sometimes you don't even notice the music in the background because it's so low, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And he told me about it, and he was like, I have this track. Would you like to sing chorus on it? He asked me to write the chorus and sing on it and then see how I like it. So I did that, and the sync agency loved it, and they were like, wow, we need more of this girl, and where can we reach her? And then I ended up getting signed, and then it just went from there, and I've been doing it since. So that was about 2020, and I came out to Pittsburgh to work on that, on my actual Katie Roman music, and I fell in love with Pittsburgh as soon as I seen the entrance on 370. What is it, 376?
We call it the Parkway
Oh,
East in that direction.
gorgeous, gorgeous. Like that is literally my favorite view. If you check my social media, I always have pictures of it.
Mm.
And I decided, man, I'm gonna move to the city. And I did.
Well,
And I've been here since.
I was born here, moved away, and I came back mostly for the. It's almost like that scene in Who Framed Roger Rabbit going through that tunnel into Toontown.
Yeah.
It's a city that kind of reveals itself, and depending on which direction you're coming to on this to the city, it's just like you hit the right corner down a hillside, and there's U.S. Steel building, and I don't
Oh
know,
my
it
God.
just feels like I'm home every time I see it, and I'm
Yeah.
glad that somebody from the eastern part of the state understands. And as far as moving to Pittsburgh for musical purposes, it does
Mhm.
make sense that a sync artist would move to Pittsburgh. There's a lot of
Mhm.
filming opportunities.
Yeah.
There are a lot of
Pittsburgh's
production.
amazing when it comes to that. Like music, talent. There's so much talent in Pittsburgh. So many friendly people. I love the food. Forget it. The food got me too. I think the first year I moved here, I got so fat. Like if you look at some of my shows when I first started, like Millville, I was so chunky. Thank you, Pittsburgh, for all this delicious food. I had to try every single thing.
I I I moved back, and I here's what happened. I quit drinking almost 4 years ago,
Amazing.
and the Pittsburgh diet doesn't let you keep the weight off for very long. I just
Mhm.
decided to place it better. So it so yeah, those I've always said saltier than the Inzer's diet, so it's gonna catch up to me someday. But I agree, worth it. So
So
as
worth
far as
it.
as far as your in fact, I'll do one more quick read here. The Katie Roman on the Craig-Veltri interview. Check out the Craig-Veltri interview archive for just $5 a month on Patreon. You can check back and listen to some of the lost episodes currently not available on any streaming service. That is the Craig-Veltri interviews archive on patreon.com/CVI archive. So what's next for you, Katie? You got the question is all you always obviously got a lot of the new sync stuff. Let's talk about the EP. In fact, at the moment, were these? You said you were already kind of writing songs like this anyway. Why did you feel that you needed to stamp your name on it and put it on a 4-song record?
I had did a couple of Spanglish tracks for sync prior to being asked to do those. That's why they asked me to,
Of course.
because they liked what I had.
Did they not
And
make it on the air and you're just like, this is too good for me
yeah,
not to hold on to?
it's in, we have a lot of international tracks with the Spanish stuff because, like I said, when I made those back then, it wasn't really over here. Like it was just internationally. So I'm in Brazil, Australia, all that with that, my Latin stuff over there. But yeah, I never thought about actually doing like Spanish as like to use it as an artistry because I love all types of music and I just love the fact that I can sing Spanish whenever I want to, and then but my passion is really pop and R&B, and doing Spanish is really fun as well, and it makes people move. So I love to dance. Like I said, I was in the arts academy, so I was in dance academy. Anything that moves people's body just makes people feel good. So I like that, and now I'm getting asked a lot to do that as well. So
It's one of
anything
the
that can make people dance on TV or in their house, I'm cool with.
Yeah, second time this year. The first time being the Bad Bunny halftime show where I wish I had taken Spanish in high school instead of French. um, so I say that because you're absolutely right. There's a lot of great energy to this record, your entire discography, of course. But one night I picked out just because it had the most energy. So what was the prompt for one night? Can you talk about it?
Oh, one night I kind of wanted it like tango feel, you know, like more like Spaniard. I just imagine like people dancing in the Spanish outfits, and it's like, you're gonna dream about me.
Castles tight.
You know what I'm saying? Like just like one of those like scenes where like they're just dancing. That like I feel like tango is so romantic. Like if you watch Dancing with the Stars, like oh my gosh, like it's just a beautiful dance. And it's like, what do you think about that? Like when you dream, you're like, oh, I want to meet the love of my life, and I want to have a romantic dance scene or something, have that magical kiss at the night. So that was my concept for one night, you know, just like you're gonna dream about me, like you're gonna see me and you're gonna fall in love, and I will have you, and eventually I get you. That's basically it. Yeah,
Up
he's a little
on
cocky. Yeah.
and deservedly so. But moving on to what's next. Obviously, you got all the sync opportunities coming forth for you as far as original music released by you. What do you have in the chamber? Are you going back to the pop R&B song, or are you continuing on more with the Latin Spanglish kind of music?
I am gonna do a Spanish album for my artistry. It's gonna be more like um reggaeton, so like more like Bad Bunny, Carol G, Rosalia, stuff like that, because obviously they have crossed over, and basically they're like America is acknowledging the different countries now on that aspect. So I'm like, I want to showcase that too. I mean, I was born here, but I'm still Puerto Rican. You know what I mean? And it's like, I just love it. I could sing it and I can write it, and I want to make people dance. So when I do my Spanish album, it's going to be a dance Spanish album for sure, for my own Katie Roman artist. But yeah,
Does this
I'm
album have
definitely
a
gonna do
title?
more pop music for myself too, you know. Huh?
Does this reggaeton album have a title yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, okay.
After I finish it, that's when I listen to it and I put it in order because I'm a storyteller for one, right? So even though it will be all different like feel good tracks, it's still gonna tell a story, right? So
So a
anything I
concept
write is
record
either,
almost.
yeah, basically, and everything I write for my personal stuff is personal. So
So how is that looking right now? Do you already have a narrative flow through the next record, or are you kind of like jigsaw puzzling the pieces back together as you write your songs?
I write the songs and I decide what I want to do with it because I do want to have live instrumentation in it.
Hmm.
I think it just gives it more of a, I love producers mixing and stuff like that and production period and making beats, but I just want that live feel. Like I want somebody playing the guitar, playing the conga, playing, you know, the drums and playing piano and stuff like that. So people can really feel it on the album, so it's going to definitely tell a story. And yeah, at the end of it, I just want people to feel good. If they're feeling depressed that day or something, like just have a little smile on their face and, you know, just get that done. But my next step, that my Latin album probably won't be released right away when I finish it. Because I want to market that really good. And also, um, my next album is going to be a pop R&B
Okay.
album.
Okay,
So
so
that's going to be
the
my
next
artist.
album is going to be an R&B. The
Yeah.
reggaeton concept is for later.
Yeah. Because
Gotcha.
I like to take my time in that. Like when it's your culture, you want to represent it well. So
Hmm.
kind of
Uh,
like my
oh,
mom's going to be um you didn't say that word right. So okay, let me check this. You know what I mean? Like
okay.
I like to impress my mama. You
Oh,
know what I
I thought
mean?
you were talking to me for a second. I'm just like, oh gosh. But no, I will say this. I may not I may barely be able to order at a Mexican restaurant where they don't speak English. But I will say this: I may have been maybe doing a cha cha or two at the gym listening to your music. So you got the ability to make a move for sure. We have a nice way of closing on the Craig-Veltri interview, Katie Roman. It is called the No Kiddin
Amazing.
Questionnaire. A couple of rapid fire questions. First thing that comes to your mind whenever you're ready, and away we go. Childhood celebrity crush.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
A popular one. What was it about him? Was it the eyes? Was it the never wanting to let go?
It was the eyes. It was the eyes and the lips. He was on my wall.
Follow up to that always is was that the kind of guy you found yourself dating throughout your life?
I did. Now that I'm older, I thought it was gonna be Thor. Like,
Chris Hemsworth.
yeah, I love Thor.
Uh,
But it's like whatever.
what was your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject was English.
Was it the sentence structure, the flow of the language, or was it reading poetry?
I also am an author.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely storytelling, poetry. I just love everything about it. Like reading books and being knowledgeable, so I just loved being in the mind of the creator. So
What have you written? Novels, poems?
poems, um, I have a whole bunch of stuff. Book wise, I haven't like published it because I don't know. I feel like
You're on the working on that novel phase of things.
I'm gonna wait to publish my novels when I'm like old
Okay.
because
Um,
I need something to retire on. You know what I mean? Like, For sure. I don't know. I just feel like I want to do too much right now. And I want to
uh,
do it all. Like I love it all.
mm, I mean, I quoted Stewie. It's amazing what Seth MacFarlane has been able to keep up with over the last 20 years and to this day. So, I say if he can do it, anybody can do it. But what occupation other than your own would you like to attempt?
Occupation, you said?
Yes.
What occupation would I like to attend?
Yes.
Hmm. I don't know. I attend sounds so funny. Um, I always
For my
like
next attempt, I get you.
if I wasn't a singer, probably like a doctor or something in that kind of field. I love the healthcare field.
Hmm.
I like to help people.
Hmm.
So,
What practice of medicine would you get into if you were a doctor? Pediatrics, oncology, what have you?
probably oncology because I want to save people,
Hmm.
or like on top of that, go into try to cure Alzheimer's because that disease is so bad, and I experienced it with my family members.
Yeah,
So,
it's in my family too, and I
mm,
fear if I fear that it might have skipped a generation onto me. Where am
yeah.
I? I'm kidding.
Mhm.
Um, on the other side of the coin, I'm an awful man. What on the other side of the coin? What job? I don't care how many bags of money have been handed to you. Would you never, under no circumstances, want to attempt? And it can be something that you have done already.
For a lot of money to never do.
Never do it. Keep your dollar, if you will.
I would never be a stripper and I would never do garbage.
Um, some would argue that's one and the same. I
Yeah.
uh, uh, I, 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 garbage is
Not saying
is
nothing's
actually
wrong with strippers. Nobody
sex work is
X me
work.
out for
We
saying
we
that.
are we are we are
No sex
pro
workers, none
we
of
are
that.
pro sex worker on this program. Don't get it twisted, please. Um, Garbage is
Right.
actually a very popular one on this
It
program
is.
as well. I assume you just don't like handling gross stuff.
It's not that I can't. It's just I don't want to.
Okay, fair enough.
I feel like I would be the one to find like the dead body in something. You know what I mean? Like, because
Has
I'm
it
just
happened
that good.
before, Katie? That's an odd thing to be concerned about.
You never watch detective movies and you just want to like do that? Like, what if I'm like, there's always like scenes and like the garbage guy is like taking the garbage and they're sorting it out
I've
and then
watched too
boom,
much
dead
Law and Order
body.
too. I get it. I
Yeah,
get
okay. Well, you said it, not me.
things I can't control. That's how I sum that up. Uh,
You would think I watch TV all the time, but yeah, it's kind of part of the job.
do, as a result of doing sync, I mean, do you find is that true? You are you watching more TV now than you did before?
Definitely. I always been a movie person as a kid.
Mhm.
So when shows came out, I wasn't really interested in shows. I was always interested in movies. Like, I love Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. Fantasy stuff, action movies. Like, I was always in love with that stuff. So when shows came out, I thought it was interesting that there was like music that I can actually hear on there. And then I always wondered about it. So
Just a
I feel like
dude.
it was always destined. I don't know. But yeah, some shows are really good. But I also did acting too, being in the arts academy. So like
Yeah.
I didn't like shows because at the time because I felt like people couldn't act right. I'm like, oh my gosh, did you take
Yeah.
lessons?
It's an
You know what
odd
I mean?
it's an odd thing that's been happening, and it began with premium cable, but it really accelerated with streaming services happening. That a lot of the best
Mhm.
dramas and a lot of the best acting jobs that were happening not on movie screens anymore, but they were
Mhm.
happening on
Yeah.
television. Breaking Bad, The
Yeah, on
Sopranos.
TV, I feel like the movies are slacking right now, honestly. I
Hmm.
mean, although I do want to see the Odyssey.
Movie theaters are dying at this point, but yeah, I've heard good things about the Odyssey already myself. But
Wow.
uh, what is your go-to food on a road trip?
Pizza.
Okay, the Katie Roman, what's on it?
The Katie Roman pizza. Chicken, pepperoni, sausage, extra cheese. I really like slice for that purpose. They got that barbecue chicken pizza. Ooh, delicious.
Oh,
Um, so good. Slice is literally the first pizza I had when I came out here, and I was sold. I was like, yeah, it's my favorite. Although I had all the other ones and they're good too, but slice is definitely my favorite. But yeah, as long as it has chicken or pepperoni or sausage on it with lots of cheese. I'm a cheese person. Yeah, a nice Sprite on the side, I'm good.
so basically a meat lover pizza will do the trick for
Yeah,
you
not
as well.
ham though. I don't like
No,
ham.
I don't like ham on pizza either. No.
Yeah, nasty.
No. If you could
And
have
I
dinner,
do like the Hawaiian without the ham.
so you are pro pineapple on the pizza.
I am. I love fruit. So
Oh. Well, now that we've determined venue and cuisine, if you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
oh my God. You had to pick it like that? Okay, I
It
already
is my
know this.
favorite
It's
question
Frank Sinatra. I
and a
love
very
him.
good pick. Um,
Mhm.
what would you be talking to old Blue Eyes about? What would you be picking his brain for?
I'm like, how could you smoke cigarettes and sing and still sound amazing? Every time you would watch him, like he was just like amazing. And he's like literally there's a cigarette in his hand the whole entire time.
Cigarette in
He's
his
doing
hand,
dance
Jack and
moves, like
water. Yeah,
just super
he's
cool,
doing
drunk.
all the
And
wrong things.
he did not miss a beat, man. Like he was just, ooh, I love it.
You've mentioned your style up to this point, so Sinatra might be a surprise to the listener.
Yeah.
But as far as what as from one artist to another did you gain from Sinatra that you believe that you carry in your music?
Frank Sinatra taught me to fall in love. So like when I listened to his music, I just like I felt like I knew what love was before even knowing what love was. And
Hmm.
it's kind of weird, but like his voice is just soothing and it was just like it just made me feel good. And it's like this is how you're supposed to be as a human. You're supposed to be happy and kind and lovey and go after what you want and be nice to people,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah,
So that's what I got listening to Sinatra. And then,
you
you
got
know,
you got a concept record on the way. I've done a concept record. Frank Sinatra is actually credited of making the first concept record in the wee small hours of the morning,
well,
and that is certainly for anybody who that song in the wee small hours of the morning. I think anybody who's ever had a broken heart has heard that one and
mhm,
shed a tear and probably
yeah.
poured too much Jack Daniels himself, much like Sinatra was doing at the time. Um, Katie Roman, what is your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve. Oh my gosh.
She's getting glee thinking about this.
Biggest pet peeve, man. I don't
Gleeful.
even want to say it because then what if people start doing it? So stop.
Uh, well, I am a little brother, so you might have reason to fear, but come on, we're safe here.
Biggest pet peeve is when like guys blow kisses at me. That's so
Um,
annoying.
um, I I've grown to understand the female condition in this culture, so I get it. But does it happen often?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I try not to look. I act like I don't see nothing.
Oh my. Well, last question of the questionnaire. Katie Roman, what is the best advice that anyone has ever given you?
Best advice. Um, do it anyways. People are always going to judge you on your choices, on things you want to do. Do it anyways, because if nobody believes in you, there's always that one person that will. And if they don't, you do, and you're going to be better for it. So
Do you
I
recall who
always
gave
live
you
by
that
that
advice?
concept. Who gave me that advice? My mom. My
Great.
mom she takes no crap, okay? She don't care what nobody says. You don't like me, I don't like you too. So what?
I, I, you wear your that part of your mother quite well. I will say that. And we have one more bit of business for you, Katie. This should be your favorite part of the program. It is time
Yeah.
for shameless self promotion. We can turn on a streaming service. We'll probably find some of your music, and of course, you got one night available on all streaming. Where can we find it? Where can we find you? Plug your pluggables. Fire away.
Katie Roman Music is on social media. Um, Katie Roman on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, everywhere that streaming allows. Um, and yeah, website www.katieromanmusic.com. Pretty easy.
One thing we didn't mention, are you performing live anywhere?
Um, I did sign up for some stuff, but with sync, it's hard to perform this year. But yeah, I'm hoping to perform other places. Of course, I'm gonna do Scarpace's again, for Megan. Uh, I loved it. I love that experience and being around Megan. So, Scarpace's open mic. I'm gonna headline that
I know the feeling.
in
I started a
August and
band with her.
September. Huh?
I know the feeling. I started a band with her.
Yeah, Yous were amazing. Like I was like, woo, the
Well,
harmonies. I wanted to jump on stage and harmonize with y'all
hey,
for sure.
hey, we're gonna make that happen one day. You better believe it,
For
kid.
sure. I
So,
told her, I was like, we're gonna work. I need it. Because I'm definitely.
well,
I do all that. Just because I look the way I look, don't mean I don't know how to write none of that. I do sing blues too. I actually started with soulful music
oh,
as a
okay.
kid. Country and soul. That's what I used to sing as a child.
Well, color me intrigued. I know this is usually how people say goodbye forever in Nashville, but we'll work together soon. And
Absolutely.
and
I'm
Katie,
going there.
are you?
Yeah.
When?
I am in probably end of July, August. We're planning to go over there. I have a sync agent that we're going to work together and write a whole bunch of stuff. I wrote 2 songs with her already, and we're going to do a camp there. Yeah, and it's going to be fun. Going to perform out there a little bit, check out the scene, and buy me some boots because I love boots.
Well, I plan on moving there in the early winter. So we'll
Awesome.
figure we'll be figuring out the end of the year to the end of the year by the time we get off of the airwaves here. Katie Roman, a pleasure to talk to you. Congratulations on
You
everything thus
too.
far, and thank you for joining me here today on the Craig-Veltri interview.
Thank you.
The Craig-Veltri interview, where Craig-Veltri interviews wonderful people, is a production of Scarfire Media, the voice of the independent artist. Written and edited by Craig-Veltri. Your announcer is Megan Pennington. The opening theme, Shut Up, I Love You, written by Trenton Chandler and Craig-Veltri, performed by Craig-Veltri, produced by Jack Gavin. Inside the Cabin is available now on all streaming. Support Moonshine Vagabonds by downloading directly from Bandcamp. Time now to update the event calendar because you must know where I am at all times. Friday, June 12th, Moonshine Vagabonds rolls in again to Heist Spirits in Burgettstown, Pennsylvania from 6 to 9 p.m. Then on Sunday, June 14th, By My Lonesome in Mellon Square, downtown Pittsburgh from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Then Thursday, the 18th, By My Lonesome again. And for the first time in Atlanta, Georgia, I will be playing at Central City Tavern, Sugar Hill in Atlanta from 6 to 9 p.m. For full dates, including Pittsburgh, Chicago, and Myrtle Beach, visit my website, craig-veltri.bandzoogle.com. For booking info, including full band and this podcast, email me at craig-veltriofficial@gmail.com. You can find the interview on Facebook by searching the Craig Veltri interview, YouTube at Craig Veltri Music, musicfrom the412.com, and you can find me on Instagram, or as my old roommate, the Tommy Thomas, used to call it, Instagirl at craig.veltri. For Katie Roman, I'm Craig Veltri, and this has been the Craig Veltri interview. With that, I'll pass. Here's the latest from Katie Roman. It's One Night on the Craig Veltri Interview, proud member of the Scarfire Media Podcast Network, and music from the 412.
Espero que no sea problema, porque si no